People, deluded, I'm back again. Arsenal 3, Watford 2. We might as well review the player performances. Now, you know, it's a mad game, and I think that game, it doesn't sum up all of our problems, but it highlights for me the first specific one. Game management. You know, we made real hard work of this. Even at 3-0 up, would you say we was necessarily the better team? Yeah, I guess the scoreline does, but was it? I'm sure most honest fans would say no. Obviously, we conceded 2 cheap goals. We made it harder work for ourselves. And today, we got away with it. 3-2, season done, no problem. But there's been many times, as you lot know, we've conceded goals that mean we've lost and drawn, and we've had to come back in games or settle for a point. And game management has been an issue. And there's only so much Arteta can tell these boys. You see an Arteta at 3-0 up go ballistic at these lads. And then it seemed like he thought, you know what? They're not listening to me today. Let's free at the back. Let's just shut up shop, man. The boys don't seem like they're on it today. Watford, obviously, they haven't got a 12th man, but they've got added energy because, you know, every individual player is playing for their futures because they might not be in their league. You know, they're fighting for survival. You know, for a lot of people might be looking at footballers as very, you know, luxurious and got a lot of money, and a lot of that's true. But at base level, these lot are fighting for their jobs. These lot are fighting for mortgages, you know. It's a stress. And if just basic human emotion, if you force someone into a tough spot, they either fight back or they curl into a ball. And you saw Watford fight. I feel collectively as a team, I'd probably give our performance a 4. I just feel looking around, you know, I feel Tierney was okay. I feel Martinez made some good saves. Obviously, Aubameyang's got 2 goals. I don't feel anyone was mad poor, like, you know, mad poor. I know Holding done the mad thing today, and Luiz just looked a bit mad, but I don't feel it was mad poor. I don't feel anyone was great. I feel collectively as a team, I'd give it a 4 out of 10, because first and foremost, we can play better. Second of all, cheap goals. Third of all, we made this game tougher work than it needed to be. But enough rambling. I'll give Martinez an 8. Couldn't ask him to do any more in this game. Maybe even higher, to be fair, you know. He might even become a 9, to be fair. But I'll stick to what I actually said in an 8. You know, the theme of Martinez. What if you watch the games, what more can I say? All I demand from my keeper is to save shots. And especially when we're going on with the foolishness we was doing to a degree today, all I can ask for is Martinez to try and save these things. If I watch the game again, I might say Martinez could have done better for 2 potential goals. But first time around, I think he done everything I asked of him. I feel he came off his line when he needed to, made some saves, did what he could. And, you know, I can't ask more of the goalie from that. And, you know, Leno I'm happy to see Leno's back in training, and I'm sure if you haven't gone on his Twitter, he's showing videos of him jumping up and down, and considering his injury, that was a mazza. And as a fan, it's great for us because Martinez seems to be saying, with all due respect, Leno, but F you, this is my spot now. Leno's on this, I want my spot thing, and, you know, you can't have 2 keepers, I won't say similar level, but because I feel Leno's better, but 2 keepers that deserve to start and keep them forever. One needs to accept being number 2, or you need to move one on. But right now, it's a good potential headache for Arteta, and an 8 for him. I'm tempted to give our 2 centre-halves a 5, you know, because I don't feel it was poor, but I'm going to stick to a 4. I feel Holding was okay, but I can't get over the mistake. I can't get over how inconsistent he was in the air. Obviously one of his passes led to a goal, and Luiz brought a man down. I'm a big fan of Holding. I'm willing to discount a lot because of the injury in terms of consistency levels and stuff and whatnot, because I have seen him have good spells in games in this team. But for me, it's not even about the injury thing, because I'm willing to discount that and say, alright, cool, you know, get fit, get your full performance levels back, cool, fair enough, do your thing. But for me, I'm looking at it now. You know, you arrived here in 2016, we're similar ages, and I'm not saying you need to be the finished article. I'm just asking, does he look like a more street smart centre-half, someone that has learnt from lessons of playing Diego Costas and all the strikers United have had, and all of these Premier League guys? And as an Arsenal player, as a centre-half, he's been through some trials and tribulations and tough away games. He don't look like someone, for me, that is learning from these mistakes and applying, not necessarily mistakes, but getting experience, you know, learning, becoming a bit more street smarter, because that's what it is. The best centre-halves are the most street smarter. Oh, this striker is fast. I'm not as quick as him. Let me drop off a couple yards and give myself a couple times. Oh, stuff like that, and reading the situations. I feel Holding's still looking naive, and that stuff can fly when you're 19 and stuff. I'm kind of running out of patience. I still like Holding. I still think he should stay. I'm still Holding FC, but at this time I'm considering my membership. You know, it's like when you've been with your phone provider for a minute and you feel you should get a better deal. I'm finna do that with Holding FC. see right now. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, if we're trying to do this Dortmund thing of getting young players and stuff, you know, you look at it, Holding costs 2 million, you must can make a 15, 20, in the same way Guendouzi signed for 7 or 8, must can make a 30, 40. There's a little flip to be had there on Holding, to be fair. Centre-halves is where we need to improve, because I don't have much faith in any of them. I've got all the faith in Saliba, but he's not here. He's a young man. I don't expect him to turn it around. So I think he gets a 4. I just feel Holding looked poor today. David Luiz looked poor today as well. One of the goals, I don't actually blame him like that. He conceded the foul, and yeah, when it's his 5th penalty he's given away, and we could bring up all different statistics that highlight Luiz and stuff, and these sort of things and individual mistakes in isolation sum up why we're in this position as a club. But at the same time, I feel Holding made his bed with that poor pass. But I just feel Luiz didn't look like someone that was ever in the game today, man. I feel if you're looking at my centre half, if everyone should play well, but in my back 5, if you was to ask me who I would like to play better ideally every week, it'd be my centre-halves, purely because I feel if my centre-halves have a decent game, I have a half a chance of winning. You know, not that fullbacks have to be poor. So it's very concerning when the fullbacks have been better. You know, Maitland, I don't think he was amazing today, but he weren't poor. He put his foot in when he needs to be put his foot in. I think he sniffed danger well. I think he didn't take risks. And like I said, it was a game where everybody probably played within themselves. But I don't think he was poor, and obviously I think Tierney coped with this. It was a good contest, him versus Sarr. I think he coped well with that test. I think obviously he's technically got an assist, forgive me if I'm wrong, Tierney, and he scored. So I can't ask more of my fullbacks. So the 2 centre-halves in Rob Holding and David Luiz get 4s, people. Tierney I'm going to give a 7. He got a goal and assist, so that's 2 bonus points. Maitland was calm, so he gets a 5. Xhaka and Ceballos, I give them both 5s. I feel they were both kind of out of the game for large periods, you know. Yeah, man, I don't know even how to formulate the sentence. I just feel we lost the battle in midfield, you know. They normally are engine room. It just didn't happen today for the midfield. There were some elements, but I don't think we were poor, but I just think we lost the midfield battle, and I don't think we was amazing. And with the way Xhaka's been playing since Arteta's come in, and Ceballos the same, they've definitely played better. And I'm sure if you ask both of them, they would say the same. I give them both 5s. I give Joe Willock a 4. I think he puts his energy about, but again, it's another game of and I love Joe. I want Joe to make it here. I think Joe should be playing well. I had small hope that it would be Ceballos in that 10 role and Joe behind him in the pivot, because I think he looks better in that role. Because as a 10 or playing further advanced, I don't see what he's bringing to the table. Like, he gets forward and stuff like today, put himself about. But beyond that, you're not really remembering he's played this game, or you're not really thinking of Joe, and he's still young and developing. But I just think the game passed him by more, not any more, any less than anyone else. But I think he gets a 4 as well. Aubameyang, I give him an 8. You know, he scored 2 goals at the same time. You know, really it should be the same as Tierney, really. But he got 2 goals. Remove his 2 goals, and what score do we have here, people? So he gets an 8. Laka, I think he put himself about today, gets a 5. I think Pepe gets a 5. He's a bit hit and miss, you know. He put a couple of balls in the box. He was involved in one of the goals. He had his left back on toast. But again, next season you want to see better decision making. You want to see better There's been a lot of external factors and collective factors as to why Pepe's kind of maybe not had the best season he should have. But in terms of playing to great, in terms of consistency and decision making, there are 2 things that's alone on the player. And I did like, you know, I think he's reacted very well to when Arteta first came in and indirectly kind of said he needs to improve defensively, because he's playing right wing. I'm seeing him chasing down people on the counter on the left. I just feel we could have collectively as a team, you know, not too many players could have offered their best today. I feel even Aubameyang, he scored 2 goals, but, you know, did he really threaten Foster? Did he really link up as well as he could? Did our midfield really control the game like they could? You know, did our centre-halves play with any conviction? Collectively as a team, we weren't poor, like, you know, sell them all today and all the ranting and all this social media business, but we were quite underwhelming. We were on the beach, and we just ultimately didn't get out of first gear today. So Pepe gets a 5. Eddie, I liked Eddie's energy when he came on. He should have either definitely got an assist for Aubameyang, because I think he could have played it better, or played it earlier, or definitely scored. You know, Eddie, you should be believing in yourself. I know there's a bit of Aubameyang chasing the golden boot, and he's more of a senior player and things. I hear that, but forget Aubameyang's golden boot. The better decision for the team at that game is to get another goal to kind of put this game to bed. obviously, Eddie, you got to care about yourself because you've got to, your future here is not certain like that. The more goals you score, the better things you do. And I just feel he's good enough to score that and do better. I think he could have played it earlier, but I definitely think he could have scored. But I liked his energy. I think when Nelson came on, like these players weren't really, I can't really give them a rating because I don't feel right giving them a rating. I don't want to do it for the sake of it. But I feel Nelson, when he came on, he looked all right, wasting time and things like that. He looked like a little bright spark on the right-hand side. I feel Torreira never got going. You know, we changed and went free at the back of sorts. Torreira's coming to put a foot in and he's giving away dangerous fouls. I don't think Torreira had the best of games. Kolasinac hit and miss as well. Am I missing anybody else out? I don't think I am, but let me go and check people. I don't think I am still. Look, we said, yeah, we've said Holding, Xhaka. Well, oh, sorry, I forgot. No, I said Xhaka. Yeah, that's it. The one thing I'm upset about is that Matt Smith couldn't make his debut. Obviously, because of the way the game went, it wasn't a thing for that. But I wanted him to do it before the game, and I tweeted it. And I felt being 3-0 up, if we managed the game, it would have been, obviously we're not a charity, but I think it would have been good for Matt Smith, who's been on the bench a couple of times under Arteta, to play, man, because I feel for the last 18 months at under 18s level and 23s, he's worked very hard, and just to get a few minutes, make your official debut, it's nice, man, because this is the moments you look forward to as a young pro. These are the small moments that make it worth it, you know, when your mum and dad are driving an 8-year-old up and down the country 3-4 times a week so he can play for Arsenal with, and even then there's about 5% chance he'll even get a scholar, let alone make it. So I think, you know, we kind of robbed him, and I don't think there was any other young players, but he's potentially been robbed of a chance because of collective poor game management. But, you know, we get 3 points, we finish 8th. This has been a terrible season. And just in terms of points, like, just apart from Liverpool, like, and within reason City, the points tallies are a bit poor, man. Like, you know, it's not even a 40 points to confirm relegation, confirm staying in the league from relegation and things like that anymore. Like, this has been a poor collective season for a lot of teams, really. You know, I think the only teams I think have played to anything near their maximum or performed above expectations, I think Manchester. Liverpool, clearly, they ran away with the league. I feel Leicester as well. You know, Leicester will look at it. They shot themselves in the foot and ultimately they cost themselves playing in pinnacle of European football, club football, the Champions League. But, you know, they performed above expectations. They finished 5th. You know, fans would have bit people's hands off for that. They played well. Chris Wilder's definitely performed above expectations. And, you know, I think Klopp should be PFA Man of the Year. But if it was up to me, Chris Wilder would be behind in a close second. Or if you was to exclude the top teams, I think a few managers have had a good season like Chris Wilder. Obviously, Aston Villa, they stayed up. I thought they were gone. I don't think they've had a great season, but I have to give them credit because they were shoo-in to be gone for me. But we're going off task, man. So in terms of this vid, it's over. You know, please comment your own ratings. Remember, football is subjective. Don't shoot someone for an opinion. But for now, DG, I'm out.